evening. Here's the news at 9. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu describes Ibom Towers project as beginning of fruitful alliance between Lagos and Akwa Ibom states. Senate confirms Bianca Ojukwu orders as ministers. On the foreign scene, United States warns Israel over Gaza aid as deadline nears. And in sport, Nigeria Football Federation applauds gallant Flamingos. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described the Ibom Towers project as a beacon of the fruitful alliance between Lagos and Akwa Ibom states. Speaking at a groundbreaking ceremony of Ibom Towers in Victoria Island, Big Governor Sanwo-Olu said it will create a unique space that encourages business, investment, vibrant community life, and embodiment of a collective vision for Nigeria's growth, driven by creativity, collaboration, and a commitment to excellence.
This is what the government is supposed to be. We're supposed to do peer review. We're supposed to look at where you have comparative advantage and utilize that comparative advantage to the benefit and to the betterment of your people. And so indeed, we are happy that Akwa Ibom State and the Akwa Ibom government has made this decision. The investment will be safe. We can assure you that your investment has received all of the fiscal planning approval without missing out on any.
Akwa Ibom State Governor Omoaka will perform the groundbreaking ceremony of the residential 18-story high-rise apartment block. Noted that the building is purely an investment for future internally generated revenue, a store of value, and preservation of the commonwealth of the citizens of Akwa Ibom State, funded by the state.
I'd like to assure you, sirs, your excellencies, that your investments will not be in vain. We're now looking at the adjusted Adeogun property, and we believe that we can make good money out of that estate. Very soon, we'll approach the House of Assembly so we can turn that property to high-rise office buildings that will increase our state's IGR.
Governor Enoch called on government at all levels not to depend on taxation but look inward to generate revenue, especially in the real estate sector. Lagos State government has restated the importance of transparency, competitiveness, and accountability in all public procurement by ministries, departments, and agencies, NDAs of the state in all circumstances. Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Lawal Pedro stated this at the 2024 Procurement Summit organized by the Lagos State Public Procurement Agency with the theme Ensuring Best Practices in Public Procurement in a Dwindling Economy. Pedro, who was represented by the Director, Commercial Law, Folashade Thomas Oregon, urged stakeholders to desist from unlawful actions which can bring the state government into disrepute and cast doubts on the integrity of the public procurement system of the state. On his part, Chairman, House Committee on Public Procurement, Samuel Akpata, was stressing that economic challenges are no justification compromising due process in public procurement, pledged to support and complement efforts of the agency in ensuring best practices. In his welcome address, Director General of the Public Procurement Agency, Fatai Onofowute, explained that the summit is designed to provide practicable solutions and strategies that will enable the state government to deliver dividends of democracy to the citizens without compromising quality or circumventing due process in public procurement, even at a time of macroeconomic instability. Lagos State government has debunked the news circulated in sections of the media titled Sanwo-Olu sues EFCC over alleged plan to arrest, prosecute him after tenure. Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Lawal Pedro clarified that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu did not sue or briefed any legal practitioner to file a suit on his behalf concerning the subject matter. Pedro noted that it is disingenuous for the governor, who enjoys immunity as conferred on him by the Constitution and has almost 3 years ahead of him, to brief any lawyer on this kind of matter. He explained that the EFCC is not investigating the governor and has never invited him or threatened the arrest of any member of his staff. Pedro enjoined media organizations to be wary of the kind of reports they entertain and publish on their platforms in order not to mislead the public. Now to the rest of the stories. The Senate has confirmed the nomination of Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu as Substantive Minister of State Foreign Affairs. The other ministers who were conferred are Jumoke Oduwole as Minister of Industry, Trade and Development, Netawe Yowatda as Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Muhammadu Dingyadi as Minister of Labor and Employment. Also confirmed are Idi Maya as Minister of Livestock Development, Yusuf Atta as Minister of State Housing, and Suwaiba Ahmad as Minister of State Education. The nominees were confirmed after about 5 hours of screening by the Senate. The Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, has called on the media to remain vigilant in safeguarding the country's democratic values. Idris emphasized the media's critical role in defending Nigeria's 24 years of uninterrupted democracy. He made the appeal during a visit from the Executive Council of the Nigerian Guild of Editors, who informed him about preparations for the upcoming 20th All Nigeria Editors Conference, set to take place in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State, from November 6 to 9. He noted that the media is viewed as a guardian of democracy, national unity, and security, urging them to prioritize these ideals in their reporting. Idris encouraged the media to project positivity about the country's path to socio-economic progress, acknowledging the challenges but affirming Nigeria's forward momentum. Now to foreign news. The United States envoy to the United Nations has warned that Israel must immediately address the catastrophic humanitarian situation in Gaza as the deadline approaches to improve the flow of aid or first cuts to American military assistance. The U.S. has given its ally until 12th November to surge all assistance with a minimum of 350 lorries entering Gaza daily. But the UN says only 10% of that number have crossed each day on average since then. Israel's ambassador to the UN, Danny Dano, said it was going above and beyond its humanitarian obligations and blamed Hamas. The operation has killed scores of Palestinians, caused mass displacement, and led to the closure of essential services, including water wells and medical facilities. Now sports. General Secretary of Nigeria Football Federation, Mohammed Sanusi, has formally welcomed the Under-17 Women National Team, Flamingos, from the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup Finals in the Dominican Republic, saying the ladies put up a good fight and need to be encouraged despite quarter-final elimination by the United States of America. The Flamingos delegation returned to Nigeria on Tuesday after a 2-0 defeat in the hands of USA in Santiago de los Caballeros ended their race in the tournament. The Flamingos have spanked New Zealand 4-1, routed Ecuador 4-0, and pipped host nation Dominican Republic 1-0 in overhauling their Group A. The FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Dominican Republic will be the last to be played on biennial basis, with the competition to be played yearly from next year and Morocco to host the first 5 editions. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, always carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture sets to 775 public schools? You can get more details on the state government website. To end the news, Here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described the Ibom Towers project as a beacon of the fruitful alliance between Lagos and Akwa Ibom states. The Senate has confirmed the nomination of Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu as substantive Minister of State of Foreign Affairs. We also told you that the United States envoy to the United Nations has warned that Israel must immediately address the catastrophic humanitarian situation in Gaza as the deadline approaches to improve the flow of aid or face cuts to American military assistance. And in sport, General Secretary of Nigeria Football Federation, Mohammed Sanusi, has formally welcomed the Under-17 Women National Team, Flamingos, from the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup Finals in the Dominican Republic, saying the ladies put a good fight and need to be encouraged despite quarter-final elimination by the United States of America. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashire. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening. Don't you